So welcome back. Now we were discussing about the three unities. Now you see another noteworthy feature of the play is the close interrelation of the various strands of action in the play. Though there are different plots, subplots, but these subplots and the main plots are interrelated with each other. When you closely go through the play or you closely examine the play, you will find that the play possesses the kind of structure which ancient classical plays had. For instance, when we go through Act 1, and Act 1 is known for exposition. So, in this play, The Tempest, also, the exposition is done in Act 1 itself. In this act, almost all the characters of the play, only with the exception of Stefano and Trinculo, are introduced to the readers or the audience. And it also introduces the main theme of the play. That is, it appears to be revenge, but at the same time, the main theme of the play is also forgiveness, revenge and forgiveness. Now, the complication of the drama is introduced in Act 2. When we go to Act 2, Scene 1, Alonso, who is the king of Naples, is presented as mourning, expressing grief, sorrow at the loss of his son Ferdinand, whom he believes to have been drowned in the sea. In this scene, we also witness Prospero's wicked brother Antonio instigating Sebastian to murder Alonso in his sleep, and also to murder Gonzalo, who is very devoted to Alonso, so that Sebastian may succeed in seizing the throne of Naples, just as Antonio himself had seized the dukedom of Milan. Antonio's project, to which Sebastian fully agreed, however, is foiled by Ariel, who is the chief spirit of air, singing a song to awaken Gonzalo from his sleep. In Act 2, Scene 2, Caliban, who is half man and half beast, meets Stefano and Trinculo, who think that they are the only survivors of the shipwreck. Caliban feels stimulated and elated by the liquor which Stefano pours into his mouth and offers to become Stefano's devoted slave. Here is evidently the first step in the intrigue against Prospero, because Caliban regards Stefano as the master whom he would serve wholeheartedly and voluntarily. In Act 3, each plot line is separately developed in three different scenes. In the first scene of this act, the love of Ferdinand and Miranda is further developed, and the two lovers exchange vows of everlasting devotion to each other. In the second scene of this act, the intrigue against Prospero's life is begun and developed with Stefano's agreeing wholeheartedly to Caliban's scheme. And in the third scene of this act, Ariel, appearing in the shape of a harpy. What is a harpy? A harpy is a mythological bird. Denounces the three men of sin and warns them of their fate. So all the three sinners now lose the use of their faculties and appear to be stunned and benumbed. They are made to realize their mistakes in life. In Act 4, Prospero celebrates the betrothal of Ferdinand and Miranda and entertains them with a mask presented by the spirits who are at Prospero's command. This act suddenly ends when Prospero recalls Caliban's plot against his life and proceeds to punish Caliban and his two accomplices. The final act of the play, that is Act 5, begins with Ariel reporting to Prospero the miserable condition of Alonso and his companions, and more specially of Gonzalo. Prospero assures Ariel that his only purpose is to make his enemies realize the gravity of the crime which they had committed against him 12 years ago, and that he has no intention to punish them beyond a certain point. Then follows the resolution with Prospero forgiving his enemies and informing them that Ferdinand is alive. The play ends with a general reconciliation and rejoicing. So, this is what the play basically is. And if you see that how the play begins, you see in Act 1 there is exposition. In Act 1 almost all the characters of the play are introduced to the readers, only with the exception of Stefano and Trinculo. The complication of the drama is introduced in Act 2. The complications are intensified in Act 3, and the complication reaches a crisis point in Act 4. The catastrophe or the resolution takes place in Act 5. Moving simultaneously through these various stages of development are the 3 or 4 separate plot lines which are dealt in the play. The various plot lines of the play are set in motion by a single event. The various plot lines, the different plot lines which are introduced in the play, they are the outcome, or they move ahead by a single event or incident, and that single event is the shipwreck. It is the shipwreck which brings Prospero's enemies to the island, and it is the arrival of these enemies on the island that enables Miranda and Caliban to see for the first time in their life human beings, because Miranda was brought up on that island and she could not recall of having seen any human beings before in her life. And Caliban, who was born and brought up on that uninhabited island, he only knew about the spirits and he never saw any other human being except Prospero. So they also meet for the first time human beings apart from Prospero. The shipwreck is the only real event which occurs in Act 1. The rest of Act 1 has been devoted to Prospero's account to Miranda of his past life. We need to know the play begins with the shipwreck. The only real event happening at the present moment in Act 1 is the shipwreck and the reaction of the people who were on board on that ship. However, the rest of the Act 1 is made revealed to the readers in a retrospective tone. That is, we refer to the past. So where we get to know about the past life of Prospero. So Prospero himself gives an account of his past life to his daughter. And the knowledge of Prospero's past life is very important in order to understand the play. In Act 1, apart from the shipwreck, the past history of Ariel and Caliban, is also brought to our notice. In the same act, the newly landed Ferdinand, who is the Prince of Naples, is lured by Ariel's singing, and he also catches sight of Miranda and falls in love with Miranda at the first sight itself. Thus, the most important subplot, that is Miranda and Ferdinand love affair, also begins and develops in Act 1 itself. Then the seeds of Caliban's conspiracy against Prospero are also presented in this act, because we are clearly informed of Caliban's grievances against Prospero, and also Prospero's reason for feeling resentful towards Caliban. So Prospero's reason is that Caliban had on one occasion tried to rape Miranda, tried to molest Miranda, and he always hurls abuses on Prospero. So that is the reason why Prospero is so strict with Caliban. But Caliban's grievance against Prospero is that Prospero makes him work too much, and at the same time Prospero had unlawfully taken away the right to the island from Caliban. So this is all about the plot in brief. You will better understand the play when we start doing the text.